Hello, this is James with MeatMax Games, and I'm here to show you how you could use Elephants on Mars as a fantastic event for your large group or team. First, a quick overview of the game. Elephants on Mars is a team game where teams compete to send animals to the newly terraformed Mars. To do that, players must coordinate unique roles and launch missions each round. It's completely original and a great upgrade to traditional team building or collaboration games. Before I jump into the game itself, a brief aside about how the event all works together. You'll pick a date and time, and then jump onto our Zoom link where a talented and trained host will be waiting to guide your team through the entire event. Since the game runs completely in the browser, all you'll need is a standard mobile device or laptop to play. After a brief tutorial and explanation, the host is going to start the first round by splitting teams into groups or breakout rooms to begin the first round and attempt the mission. Players are randomly assigned one of 4 roles that all must play their part to launch a rocket. The captain allocates money to other players, the pilot purchases a rocket, the vet chooses an animal, and the engineer gathers enough fuel to power the trip to Mars. Once all the actions have been accomplished, the captain launches the mission. Part of what makes Elephants on Mars so special is the way information is spread over the team. For instance, the vet has a choice of animals with a size and a point value. They must make sure that the pilot buys a rocket that's big enough to accommodate the animal, and the pilot must make sure that the engineer gathers enough fuel for that rocket. Communication is essential within teams. However, that's not all. A critical component of Elephants on Mars and all MeatMax Games events is that while teams are separated, whether by distance or in breakout rooms, every action that each team takes will be displayed on the central screen for the whole group to see. All game decisions affect the events for everyone. Here's an example of what I mean. There's a live auction for fuel amongst all of the engineers in the game. The amount of fuel available slowly increases over time. If you wait, you'll get a better deal. But when any engineer in the game decides to buy the fuel, the amount resets to 0. All roles have similar mechanics, meaning teams must always be aware of other teams in this large group game. Once the timer runs out and all teams have completed their missions, they return back together for the round results. They can see how their team stacks up with others and also how the group as a whole has terraformed Mars. It's a nice way to add an element of shared goal beyond competition. After the round results, the host sends players back into their teams to do all of that 5 more times. Teams take what they learned and learn to work together better while swapping roles at random. By the end of the game, all teams are accomplished space explorers. At the end of the game, the team with the most points is the winning team. We'll send you leaderboards and screenshots of everything so you can celebrate and award prizes accordingly. Here's how Elephants on Mars is different from other events you might have played. Players' unique roles require coordination in a fun way that isn't forced. The live marketplaces for fuel, animals, and rockets link the game across teams for a real big group game. And lastly, the satisfaction every round of a successful launch is itself a rewarding experience. There's a lot to love and a lot to have fun with during this game. To sum up, a quick recap of the logistics of the event. It's an hour-long team event for groups of anywhere between 10 and 200 players. It's best for team building or competitive groups, and the game alternates between action phases where you and your small team are using individual roles and coming back together to see Mars transform into a biodiverse paradise. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this answered some of your questions about Elephants on Mars from MeatMax Games. If you have any more questions or you'd like to see other games that we offer, feel free to head to our website, meatmaxgames.com, and reach out to us there. Have a great day.